Welcome back to the course C# Advanced Language Features. I'm Philip Ekberg, and now we are going to look at how to prevent null reference exceptions by using what is known as nullable reference types. If you've worked with C# for a while, you may have run into a situation where an object is not set to an instance before you try to access the properties or methods. This can cause the application to crash if it's not handled correctly. If we had the capability of traveling back in time, I'm certain that the language designers of C# would have considered making it much harder to use null. Unfortunately, time travel is not possible, so instead, we have a language feature called nullable reference types. This will help to prevent the potential issues that using null can lead to. Any reference type can be set to null. This simply means that it has not been instantiated. Architecturally, using null can be ambiguous, and it's often not a good idea. Consider that if we start the process of a set of orders, and the method is defined to return a summary of those orders. This returns a reference type, and reference types can be set to null. In this case, if the method returns null, what would that mean? Does it mean that we were unable to process the orders? Were there unexpected issues with one or many of the orders? Or did the order processing complete, but a summary was not necessary for this set of orders, and null is used like a representation of a default or empty list? It's really impossible for the consumer of this method to understand what null would mean. There are many other alternative approaches that would have been much better than returning null. Not only could it be ambiguous what null means, if we expect a set of summaries to be returned, if that is null, it could introduce further problems. We'd have to guard against this to check if the result is null before proceeding to look at all these summaries. Hopefully, this convinces you that using nulls is not the best idea. This is where nullable reference types are going to prove extremely handy.